Have you ever played a game casually for brief periods over the span of years? Have you always enjoyed the game as an idea and always have an intense love for it for a while once you begin again, and it just always seems to trickle off? Did you come across the idea of challenges and the little monkey brain that slams dopamine like a monster addict on their fourth can of the day demanded this was the way we would find the game fun and entertaining enough to continue it more than a few seasons? If you answered yes to any of those questions, well, congratulations, I've joined your little weirdo club where we've all decided to make games more fun and sustainable to play. To do so, we must construct odd little rituals and rules, with which no real place in the gameplay, only to make it that much more difficult for ourselves. We must build a game within a game. So for my next foray into Stardew Valley this time around, I've decided to combine one of my special interests into building a challenge for myself. Birds. I love birds. I'm not a cat person, nor a dog person. I'm a bird and small rodent person. But birds are the top winners in my heart. So I've decided, for this playthrough of Stardew Valley, I will be beating the game using only birds and bird products. Am I a veteran player who knows lots of skills and tips to make this easier on myself? Absolutely not. I don't even know most of the regular mechanics. But here I go, jumping into the deep end of a challenge that I have given myself. Now, let's see how it goes. So today in Stardew Valley here, we are going to be making a living to see if we can beat the game via birds. Ooh, look at all that fancy stuff. Okay, so I've downloaded a few mods, and they're going to be helping me along the way. The one I'm most excited about is that I really want to find the bird guild here that I downloaded. Let's start with a chest. Put it right here. And we'll put some of this in there for now. I also downloaded a custom farm called the Honey Creek Farm. So I'm hopeful it'll be fun and interesting to play on. So first things first, let's clear a path here to get down to where I heard bird guild might be. This farm is literally so pretty. You can't get over it. And there's these little, I think these are fast travels. Nice. Those look like stairs to me. Ooh. Oh look, we have our own little beach. Oh my god, that's cute. Hi, squirrel. Okay, supposedly it's down over here. I have a feeling that this could get so cute. How cute! Okay, okay, okay. So, let's go look around to find the bird. My peep. There they are. Okay, okay. Be cool, be cool. Look at this little birdie. Can I talk to it? His name is Kyle! It's Kyle the Crow! Oh my god. You are a sweet boy. Where's your person? Oh, they're not open anymore. So you can build these different feeders here, or buy them. What are these, Kyle? I'm curious. Is this Kyle's room? He has his own bedroom that you have to unlock. That's amazing. Okay, okay. Well, I would love to get to know this NPC, but I guess we'll have to come back tomorrow. So I've cleared up a little bit of space, not much, but a little bit. Did you hear that? That was a bird call. That's cool. So we're gonna go to bed and hopefully we can catch the bird guy the next day. Now I feel like I need to plant some crops just for my own feeding purposes. And it's raining today on our technically second day, but it's technically our third. Plant some of the carrots we got earlier. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let's see if they're in. Oh, it's just Kyle. Kyle's the NPC. Kyle's the shop owner. Oh, sure is. Okay, so we probably should have one of these. Maybe. Yeah. Seems like a good thing to have. And this says Joja binoculars. So in theory, could I not get Joja binoculars over at Joja Mart? I wonder if I see a... Ah, I need binoculars. Okay, okay. I do need the binoculars. Go check things out. I've never done the Joja Mart route before, so I'm a little anxious. Ugh. Okay, I still need to get 1875. How am I going to do that? Birds. How are we going to do that with birds? I have to think about that for a minute. I've decided, at least for now, that I'm going to allow us to do the board tasks for money, mostly because I don't really see another way of us making much money yet from bird-related tasks when I can't get my hands on a bird yet. So, just delivered 25 pieces of stone to Robin, so I've got 200 more gold. That's still not enough for the binoculars, which I think is going to be our first goal. Nice, foraging level up. Okay, in theory I may have come up with something I think might help our bird endeavors. Aha. Can't afford any of them. Naturally. That will be one way we might be able to fix it. I've installed another one too, but I haven't seen evidence of it yet. I'm hopeful that we'll see some soon. Aha, right there. This is how we're going to figure it out. This is how we're going to build our empire. You might not know it yet, but it's true. We're going to gather wild eggs. We're going to sell that. Nice level up to 1 mining. 125 for 1 egg. That's not too bad. Better than the last egg. Nice, there's one. Pick that up. See if you can find any others. I can buy 1 eggplant. Why not? Let's try it. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, bird. You pick it up. In the bin. Nope. Days 6 through 8, I took the time to continue clearing out my farm, hard at work looking for wild eggs and waiting for my eggplant to grow. I also visited the mines, remembering we'd eventually need iron to build more bird feeders. I was aiming to be able to buy at least one bird feeder and a pair of binoculars at Jojo Mart to really get started on the secondary form of eggs. Birds! On day 9, I took the time to prove myself to the Adventure Guild in the mines, before earning enough to finally get my first pair of binoculars. I thought we had made it in the shade. Turns out, not quite. Days 10 through 12, I spent time trying to learn more and more about the birds that flew around my farm. One little fact at a time, I had to follow them around, trying to sneak up on them and identify them. I also took this opportunity to further our hopes for having feeders and bird baths on our farm by taking to the mines to find some iron. Day 12 came with my first furnace as well as the first harvest of our eggplant. Having completed the copper bar for the journal, I also threw in my first piece of quartz, having seen some of the feeders required refined quartz. With that, it was back to the mines, in search of more quartz and hoping to make it deep enough to begin scoring iron. I'd already made it to level 20 by this point, so I was sure I wasn't too far away. During my time in the mines, I became such a good slayer, I leveled up my combat through an infested level. Day 13 was surprisingly a good luck day. I decided to explore a little cave on my farm I hadn't noticed before then. Inspired by the fairy cave of rejuvenation I found, I let it lead me past the egg festival and back into the mines. After reaching level 40, I hurried home so as not to pass out, waking to day 14 as a rainy one on the farm. I felt like I had enough money to go get some geodes processed for the first time, hoping for some iron to spring out. I found rainy days to be great for bird watching. Maybe the rainy weather made them extra sleepy? Since the rain was coming down, I spent the rest of day 14 in the mines again, finally finding iron after level 40. The grind was real, trying to build up enough stores to finally make some of the bird feeders. Day 15 started salmonberry season. I was amped for the free energy and was hoping to upgrade my axe. Hardwood was the other main ingredient for those bird feeders, after all, so I spent days 15 through 16 powering through mines and selling eggs, trying to bang together enough coins to achieve some progress. After dropping my axe off with Clint, I decided to invest the rest of our meager earnings into buying our first building with Robin, a coop. With another rainy day on the horizon for day 19, and my copper axe ready, I pushed on while I was waiting for the coop to be built. I wanted to earn as much money as I could to purchase animals for it. During my time foraging, I also went to the mine to try and grab more copper and iron, knowing upgrading my pickaxe would help in the lower levels of the mines. Once the rain had died down, clearing the farm between foraging sessions was on the menu. Making use of my copper axe for the first time, stumps were a slow start to hardwood. I stumbled upon a magical fairy house with some mahogany seeds so I could start farming hardwood right away. After leveling up and foraging on the night of day 20, I chose to take the gatherer route, hoping it might have a chance to impact egg foraging. My coop was finished. It was time to go gather some chickens. I then made time to go visit Clint and drop off my pickaxe for its first upgrade. Bro and Brocy joined our farm on day 21, as well as another eggplant, this time providing duck eggs. I then had the realization that if I wanted a mayonnaise maker, I would need to level up my farming, which I've basically been doing none of up until this point. So I purchased some parsnip seeds since it was late in the season and planted them to get my XP up. On day 22, I was able to build our first bird feeder. Of course, I have no bird food to put into it yet until summer when I can grow sunflowers, but I was excited all the same. Day 23, my copper pickaxe was ready, so that meant, you guessed it, back to the mines. Day 24 was the flower dance, which due to religious differences, I abstained, choosing instead to continue to collect eggs and grind to try and bring up enough coins to unlock the big coop. Day 25, I could harvest those parsnips for energy when my carrots inevitably run out, finally meeting the wizard to cross off the annoying meet every villager quest. Having accepted a Soot Sprite genocide quest from the wizard, I made it to level 60 while chasing down the buggers. Waking on day 26, it seemed there were several new things to witness. A new company who exchanged well-loved pets to showcase at their farm for meat was introduced. I don't know if I will necessarily be looking too hard into this, but if we're being technical, it is a way I could earn money from birds, so we'll have to see. In sunnier animal news, Marnie had updated her shop with tons of new birds. I was so excited. Oh my gosh, penguins! Oh, and doves. I definitely want a dove. Oh, quails. And pavo, which I think are kind of like peacocks. And more quails. Cute. I like these. These are cute. Dodos. And my most favorite at the moment, crows. So we're definitely going to get a crow. We're going to stick to the bro naming conventions. He's going to be Bro Tot. Let's see. Now the rest I think I'm going to save. Because I don't think I can put more in there right now anyway. But let's try for a dove. No, it's all full. So my next job is to upgrade my coop. Or build another new small one. That is also an option. Because we could keep them separate. That might be a good idea. The wizard doubled down on his hatred of soot sprites, so who was I to argue? It also landed me some sweet big coop money. Day 27 opened with rain, so I spent it selling some eggs off to Pierre so I could fund my big coop upgrade. The only thing I was left to gather was wood, so I spent the day chopping. And I totally didn't wait until halfway through the rainy day to remember that my birds needed hay inside their coop on the rainy day. I had finally leveled up enough to make a mayonnaise maker, by which I made 3 right before I went to bed on day 27. Day 28 started awesome with our first duck egg plant producing eggs. I immediately started some mayo making. Spending the day prepping for the next build, another coop for our smaller birds, we were then able to pick up the mayo that night before bed. Okay, how do we feel? Are we feeling hopeful, anxious, irritated, bored? I really hope it's not the last couple. I have been really enjoying the creativity and thinking I've been having to try and earn my way towards a win in this game using only bird items. Do you have any suggestions for any of the coming seasons? Please leave them in the comments. Please consider liking and subscribing to let me know you're enjoying Stardew content. And wherever you are, I hope that you are also indulging in your comfort getaway from the reality we're living in. Come back for summer season next episode. Bye!